All right, dude. We're here.
Hey.
It's on.
Awesome.
Episode 82.
Nice.
82 of the Get Shit Done show today.
Fantastic.
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday, sir.
Yeah, how's the weather up in Canada?
It's back to -6 today, so it's chillier than during the week. So I was like, what the heck? And it was a little snow fluff this morning.
Oh,
as
you
well.
had some snow.
Yeah, just like blowing snow around. Nothing on the ground, but just how it floats around or whatever.
Yeah, most of our snow is melted off at this point, and got a little bit of rain last night.
Oh wow!
But it looks like a pretty nice day out there today. I haven't checked the weather, but I think it got up to 60 yesterday, so I think it's going to be pretty nice.
Nice and warm for you guys.
That's right. That's right. Cool. Well, what's your positive focus, Curtis?
Positive focus today. We had some family time yesterday, so we went to the mall and found some stuff to buy, I guess. So it was fun. Not something we normally do, but it was fun.
Did you get anything cool at the mall?
A dragon.
Like you got a dragon? Yes. Full size?
It's a small little thing like this big. It's one of those 3D printer ones. So
okay, cool.
Yeah. Someone, I guess, they're selling at a store called Showcase. And it's a 3D printer dragon. It's pretty cool, actually. It moves around. It's kind of neat.
Cool. Got any interesting plans for the day today?
Yeah, I'm going to go to my sister's house for dinner. And it was her birthday on Wednesday, so we're going to have some cake. It'll be good.
And some lasagna?
No, cake. Pasta. I don't come pasta on lasagna. That'd be nice.
Oh, you were talking about lasagna this morning. Before we went live, some kind of recipe.
Yeah. I think she's doing pasta of some sort. And then we're going to have some gluten-free cake because she has a gluten intolerance.
So, I'm very familiar with the gluten intolerance. Yeah, we have gluten-free stuff most of the time.
Oh, right on.
The time. Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm very tired this morning. I'm still getting over this cold apparently. I'm feeling pretty good most of the time, but there are some lingering symptoms that are just
hanging around.
Quite intense. Yeah, we went out to a art opening yesterday at the Brattleboro Museum last night, so that was nice. Went out, saw a bunch of friends, and got some food at the local Thai restaurant, which was tasty. And
nice.
So let's see, what am I happy about today? Well, I mean, I had not gone for a run in a long time because I'd been very sick, and I went for a run yesterday morning. The run was great. The aftermath was not great because it just drained me so dry. I was so tired. I ended up spending half the day sleeping. So but I'm really excited that spring is here, the snow is melting, and looking forward to a lot of running this spring. So it should be good.
Awesome. Fantastic.
Yeah. So let's see. You said you're getting ready to start 75 Hard Up again on
March 31st. Yeah, that's right. My wife and her friend wanted to do it and said, yeah, sure, I'll join you guys. So.
Have they started yet, or are they also starting?
We're all starting the same date. They had some reason to start that date. I don't know if they said it, I forgot. But that's the date they decided to pick. So I was like, hey, let's do it.
Cool. And you said you're doing phase 1 because you already finished phase 0.
Yeah.
And so for everybody that doesn't know, what's involved with phase 1 of 75 Hard?
2 45-minute workouts. One has to be outside. Drink a gallon of water, or in Canada, it's 3.75 liters of water. Then read 10 pages a day. Take a photo of yourself. Is that everything?
Stick to a diet?
Oh, diet. Yeah, I got to pick a diet of some sort.
We're choosing
no alcohol. That's right. We're choosing a modified paleo diet. So it's similar to, I looked at it, it looks similar to the Mediterranean diet, but there's a couple of tweaks to it. So
cool.
But the cool thing is, though, I used ChatGPT and found out how to do a menu plan. Like do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Do a grocery list. It's like, what the hell? This is freaking awesome.
Yeah, it just did the whole thing for you.
Yeah, it's cheap. It's easier than trying to figure it out from a book, which I've done before. I read books before.
Right.
How to do dieting and all that, and how to do recipes. But with ChatGPT, you can modify it. Lots of avocados by the looks of it.
Avocados are great. Make a lot of guacamole.
I do like it. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. And do you have any outside of just doing 75 Hard, do you have any personal goals around 75 Hard? Like, cool that you're joining your wife in it, which is great. That's enough of a goal. But do you have anything you're trying to accomplish, or anything that you're trying to move toward personally or physically or anything like that?
Physically would be just a different level of in shape. I do work out 3 times a week, but I just find I need to go to the next level. I'm
Yeah.
feeling the physical end, but more the mental side would be the business where you have to do 5 critical tasks a day, right? And then the
We have to do what
visualization,
now?
5 critical tasks you got to
Oh, right.
create, and then you got to do the visualization, which I've never really. I do meditation, but I've actually never actually used the visualization part of meditation before, so I'm going to work on that. I think the 5 critical tasks will actually, if I do pick the right ones and have the right goal, I believe that I can definitely move my business in a more monetization value of it towards that. That's what I want to do. Because currently I do lots of things, but I don't make that much on it. So, but my idea with that is to create a business that's, like a 5K business within the next 3 months is my
Great.
goal. That's what I want to do.
Great.
And I'm pretty sure I'm going to achieve it by the 5 critical task. If I can calculate what I want and then do it backwards and then just fill in what I need to do to make that happen, it's going to work.
Cool. Yeah. So the 5 critical tasks are a big piece to this.
Yep.
Or he calls it your power list, right? And so
Yeah.
these are things in addition to the normal 75 hard lineup that you're doing in order to the five critical things that you wouldn't do that you're not already doing on a consistent basis.
Yeah.
That would really move the needle the most in your life. And so do you have any idea what your 5 critical tasks are yet?
To move the needle, I would have to say meeting more people, like talking to people on DMs. I do a little bit, but I just find I don't do it enough to make a difference. Because I know for the podcast I'm doing and later my dad one, I've talked to about 5 or 6 people, and I've got 2 people that were willing to come on my podcast. So I thought it was kind of cool. Like for me, that's a big deal. I don't usually do that sort of stuff on my messenger, but it works. So something I've done, it works. The one I would have to say is maybe get a sales page together for build a course out, have a sales page. I'm sure you can critique it very well, Tellman, for me. And then, just make sales, trying to sell a hardworking dad course. And that leads into an affiliate program as well, right? So that course will be like,
So hold on though, back out. Those aren't critical tasks though,
oh,
right?
no.
Those are
Okay.
those are outcomes, right?
Right.
So what are and with critical tasks, they don't need to be the same every day,
Right.
but I find that it's easier if they are.
Okay.
Right. So there might be things that are super important that you need to focus on knocking out that are one-time items or whatever. But what if, so for example, like a critical task would be, well, let's see, is phase one 30 days?
For what?
75 hard?
I don't know. I didn't look at the map. Let me check on
I
that.
thought phase one was because phase 0 is 75 days.
Okay.
I was thinking that phase 1 was 30 days.
Oh, I don't know.
I have to remember. Well, check it out. Anyway, here's the point. Is that you could, for example, you could say, well, I'm going to post every day on TikTok as one of my critical action items.
Yeah.
Okay. You could say, I'm going to live stream every day as one of my action items. You could say, I'm going to send an email out to my list every day as one of my action items. You could say, I'm going to promote my weekly webinar on social media and email every day.
Okay.
You could say, I'm going to spend half an hour or an hour, half an hour working on my new funnel, right? But be really careful about that they are choosing the thing that will really make the biggest difference. Like, let's say you just bought a course on Facebook advertising and you've never done Facebook advertising before, and you're going to take the course and implement it. Well, I'm going to spend 45 minutes every day educating myself and implementing the new Facebook ads course.
Okay.
Right. Those are definitely action items. So, what do you feel? And I mean, are all 5 of your critical tasks going to be business oriented, or are you going to do other stuff?
Probably other stuff too. Probably I haven't really got the clarity yet on it. I just looked at it last night and started thinking about it. And I thought I'd ask you about it because I know you've done it, so that
Yeah.
helped me trying to figure it. Because I looked online, I just really didn't get the clarity I needed, and I think that you have implemented it better because you're actually putting time to it. So if you spend 45 minutes doing Facebook ads, and that's a critical that you're actually doing something.
Right.
Basically, you learn a thing, you're taking 45 minutes and you're implementing it. So that makes it more of a real thing than say, oh, I need to take this course and that's it. But if you say, I take the course and with 45 minutes every day, I'm doing this one.
Or
task.
whatever your time window is that you can consistently, that you can commit to.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I normally do on Sundays after after this podcast, I'll break down my first one, Opus or Vizard, because I use the free ones for now. And then depends how many minutes I have, I'll break that down. And then I'll repost it with using MetroCool to post it at least once or twice for the next week or two.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool.
I do it regularly.
So, I mean, do you have questions or thoughts about how to use 75 hard to grow your business, or do you have? I'm not sure where you want to go with this.
Okay. Well, you are right about I just checked online. It is the 30-day period, but I'll just kick it back over to phase 2, which is the same 75 hard all over again.
Yeah.
Right. So I'll probably just move from one right to the next anyway.
Right.
Which is fine.
Right.
But what I'm thinking is that the critical task for me was the issue. The visualization, I'm going to say that just trying to think about what you want to do and what it looks like is something I've really never thought of, because I usually just use meditation. I usually just use like a thought, a single thought or a word or something. That's all I usually use. But to actually think about something and what it's going to look like in the future, I'm going to have to develop that up, because right now I was like, I don't know, I'm too sure what it's going to look like. But I want it to look like, it's probably, I'll have to think about it a little bit deeper, because obviously I like where I live, but I want to improve my house. I want to have like a backyard that's like a feng shui backyard, that's garden, waterfall, all that stuff. And then maybe like a better car, get out of my 9-to-5 job, so to speak, to have a full-time job being online, and to be able to be disciplined enough to follow that, so that I know the time zones. Like, okay, from Monday through Friday, I'll do this, and then it's done. And then the rest of the week, I could do other things that I have interest in. Because I know sometimes, I know for myself, I get into where I was like, oh, I'll do this, and then I get lost, and I forget the other things I want to do, or I was like, I'll do it later. But I want to be able to have it structured, so I know from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m., this is what I'm doing, right? Or whatever it may be. And then, during the daytime, I'll have like blocks of time. I'll do this, then I'll do that. And then, say when the kids come home, like 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock, nothing. And then if I need to do something in the evening, it'll be after 8 o'clock for a meeting or something, like have more structure to my day. Because I find if I don't have structure, I do get lost. I just wander around. I wander around doing this, that, and the other thing. It's like, oh, let's do this. Oh, let's do that.
And then your day's gone.
Yes. Oh, what happened? I forgot. I didn't do my email or whatever, right? Or something. Right. So yeah, for me, that's the thing I'd have to focus on more.
Yeah, it's good to schedule the all the different tasks in, man. Especially for your business. Like, I mean, that's how we do it with live streaming for Get Shit Done. It's the same time every day, ideally, right? Yep. Occasionally it's at a different time, but basically it's at 9 a.m. Eastern, right? Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, dude, what are the things that you need to do in order to grow your business right now? I think what are the most important things?
To me, I think audience building. So having more people in my Facebook group, email list.
So having more people in your Facebook group is a result. What's the action?
Oh, do more research in other groups and finding people that will fit into what I'm doing, the hardworking parents, and affiliate marketing stuff, side hustles. That's more of a task, right?
Yeah.
Of finding people. And if I can find those people, then they will look at other things I'm doing, because that's natural. I do the same thing. I find, oh, hey, what's this guy all about? I'll see something on Facebook, and I'll check them out and say, oh, hey, it looks cool. I'll join his group or whatever. Yeah. So I get more visibility is a task, I would imagine. So I'm more visible on Facebook. I'm going to have to improve my camera. I have another camera I use that's kind of crappy, so I need to upgrade that. I don't know if that's a task, or is that like a...
Camera is not a task. You're not doing anything. You're getting distracted by outcomes instead of focusing on actions, right?
Okay.
So, like, look, with your business,
Yeah.
well, actually, this is a really important one. I just want to ask you about this. So
Okay.
we've been talking about this for a long time.
Yep.
Is you have hardworkingdadclub.com.
Right.
Okay. It's a weird domain because it's singular instead of plural, right? It's like, is there only one hardworking dad in there? Right.
Yeah.
And then you're saying you want to be open to parents.
Yeah.
Right. But Hardworking Dad Club isn't about parents, it's about dads.
Mm-hmm.
And I had mentioned to you, so I know you're running a split test on your squeeze right now, but the split test that you're running has a dude in a hard hat, right?
Yeah.
So like, I just want to have kind of like a come to Jesus talk with you for a second. It's
Okay.
like, what are you doing with your domain name and the topic for your list? Like, is it parents or is it dads? Make up your mind.
Yeah.
Seriously, today, right now, make up your mind so you can move forward, because right now it's a mess. Like, one of the reasons you're not having anybody opt in is because your messaging is all
it's kind of
clunky. It's weird. It's unclear. Nobody has any idea what the heck you're doing. So is it dads or is it parents?
Parents.
Okay, then get a parent domain.
Okay.
Use a domain about parents and parenting. Not about dads. If it's about parents, have it be about parents and parenting. Very important, dude. Or you're just kind of swimming upstream. You're fighting against yourself.
Okay.
Right. So, do you already have? I don't like. I know that you're hardworking, and hardworking is awesome.
Yeah.
But I don't know that hardworking parents is the thing, because
the name,
like. Powerful parenting or parenting secrets, or like I mean, work on it, but either if you have a domain that's parenting or parent oriented that works, use that. But you might take some time to find a good domain that really represents what you want to be doing. Now, have you at this point settled in helping parents find side hustles, or what's the focus of the list? What's the focus of the community?
It's side hustles and affiliate marketing, which is basically, I thought was the same thing.
Well, I mean, it kind of is, but affiliate marketing is one type of a side hustle.
Yeah.
There are 1,000 side hustles that don't have anything to do with affiliate marketing.
Right.
Actually, Curtis, one thing you might just might want to go check out. I heard about a new app recently that I'm starting to get kind of excited about.
What's that?
It's called WHOP, WHOP, and it's built by 20-somethings. First of all, it's or so I hear. It's a app on your phone, but it's also in browser. And you can put your courses there. There are, good morning, Lori. Good to see you. Lori says, hi, Tellman Curtis.
Hello.
And she says, very helpful, clarity, clear messages, great insight. How are you doing this morning, Lori? So you can put your courses on there.
Yep.
And sell it. Sell them, but I think you can sell high ticket and consulting and I think it's a wide variety of price points.
Okay.
But it seems to be geared toward, I mean, it was built for the younger generation, kind of shorter attention span in a way. And I believe that all courses on the platform have affiliate links.
Okay.
And one of the interesting things about what they're doing is, instead of giving people email swipes to promote the said affiliate programs, you give people video content, and then you encourage people to use your video content in their own social posts.
Oh.
And so I think it's kind of like those reaction videos.
Yep.
So you give people the content to do the reaction video with,
Oh, so you look at it and okay,
kind
what's
of a
going on?
thing.
Yeah,
I
okay.
mean, maybe I mean that might be an example. Anyway, I'm just learning about it, but it seems like there's a lot of activity over there. It might be worth checking out. It's another place of, who knows? Maybe everybody on there is too young to be interested in parenting. I don't know,
Yep.
but
Yep.
I doubt that'll be the case forever. Anyway, I definitely check it out. WHOP. See what you think. But
Okay.
so if you're helping parents find side hustles, if that's the focus,
Yep.
then how are you going to do that? Like,
Well, just show examples of what I'm doing. I'm guessing this is my thought of that. And then some of the results I've gotten. Some are kind of small. Most of them are small right now. So I'll have to build up on getting better results with the stuff I'm doing, so that I can share it with other parents. So they, okay, if Curtis can do it, I could probably do it. Attitude, right? So lead by example type of videos and content. That's my idea there. Um, that's about it for now. That's the only thing I'm thinking as far as what I'm thinking at the moment is where to take that, because I know that if I watch someone else do something or see their results, I was like, oh, hey, how'd they do that? So now I'll go check out their content, either YouTube channel, or Instagram, TikTok, wherever they point me to as well. I'll go check out. And then you'll see, oh, hey, they did this, and they got this result, and they did this, they got this result, or they used this program, and made them make $5,000 in a day. So how the hell they do that? Then
right.
you go check out other things. So that's my idea, is having the content, so it creates curiosity and wondering if they can do it is my idea for the content. So that's stuff I usually fall for
Yeah.
basically for myself. So if I can use myself as an example of how I'm thinking, there's probably other people who probably would think the same way, and then I need to create that content or somehow to make it work.
So, is there a particular side hustle or affiliate program or something that you're exploring right now that's new?
Yes, it's called, what's it called? Prosperity Highway.
Okay.
It's a program that uses AI called Sparky AI,
Okay.
and they find leads for you. So
Okay.
they have their program, and you can add 2 of your own affiliate links in there. It costs, I think it's like $25 is the lowest. I think 50, then 100. They have like different price points. And when people join, obviously they pay for the 3 other products that you got to buy up front to get that. Then you also get your own affiliate links. They help promote it as well. So this Sparky AI basically is a chatbot type thing, and it finds leads through Facebook, all the social media, does phone calls, everything. And
Cool.
also they also have live people that also will help promote some of the high ticket stuff as well for you.
Cool. Cool. Um, have you considered interviewing the person that started it?
Not yet. I just joined last week. The person I joined with did not really help me, but another person I know from a different program, she wanted me to join her team,
Yep.
but she still helped me get set up yesterday. So I had some issues. I still got to go through the what you call it, help desk. I got an appointment on Monday to help me with some stuff I got stuck on, and then I'm going to sort that out and get going.
One thing that would be interesting, Chris, is
Yep.
to branch out beyond just the side hustle thing, because
Okay.
like the challenge is with the side hustle is that you're just stuck back doing the same affiliate marketing thing again,
Yep.
like that you've been doing for 5 years and been kind of struggling with,
Yep.
right? And so one thing that pops into my mind is actually like healthy living in a way. Like what I mean, you're about to start 75 hard up with your wife, which is
Yep.
cool, and it's a struggle for a lot of parents to stay in shape.
Yep.
I mean, I'm not saying don't do the side hustle stuff, or
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
I'm not saying eliminate that or something. But
Add something. Yeah.
what about like uh, I don't have a zinger for this, but I'm thinking about cooking as a family. I'm thinking about fitness as a family, right? Like how
Yep.
do you keep your whole family? How do you keep your whole family in shape? How do you and so but really that comes down to parenting related type activities,
Yeah.
right? Then there's like, as a parent, how do you set a good example for your kids? Well, step one, exercise on a regular basis and eat healthy, and
Yeah.
work hard on what's important. That's a good way to set an example, right?
Yeah, for sure.
But have you had much luck like getting anybody in your group or on your list from the parenting stuff to raise their hand and ask any questions or tell you what their concerns are or challenges are or anything like this?
No, not yet. No one's really asked any questions through the group yet.
What about the groups that you're part of, whether it's school groups or Facebook groups or otherwise that are parenting oriented? What seem to be the hot topics?
I know the parenting one. It's the one I'm most involved with. It just seems like she does a course, and people are more interested in that course and making money from that. The other one I see, it's usually issues with kids, like kids not learning how to pee fast enough, or other baby related stuff. Some of them that I've joined.
Wait,
So
kids
they're
not learning how to what fast enough?
like potty train,
Oh
going to
yeah,
pee, potty
yeah,
training. Sorry,
yeah.
potty training fast enough, and then they find other programs, or they suggest other things, or parents say, oh, recommend different things, right, on how to do it. So that's what I've noticed there. And then that's the one, I guess, maybe because it's the baby focused one. I'm probably looking more like my daughter's age, around like 10 and up, different issues there. So I haven't found a group for that I've seen yet on school group. Facebook's the same. They have, most of the parent groups are pretty average. They're not really, there's some questions, but there's not like a ton of posts. It's usually people trying to make you buy stuff, it seems like.
Interesting.
Mostly, it's just what it seems like to me. Maybe because that's what I'm seeing in my eyes. It could be other things there, but my eyes just seem to focus on what people are trying to sell me.
Right. Interesting. Do you read many books about parenting?
I have currently, I'm reading some other books about marketing and stuff right now, but I'm not reading any parenting books. I have read a few parent books in the past. My daughter was first born. I read a couple books then, but I haven't read anything since that point, because we did courses on how to do parenting. We were new parents, because the hospital they recommended like a bunch of stuff. So my wife and I were saying, oh, we better do this. We better learn how to do these things. So,
dude, I think you should revisit that.
okay.
So when people first become parents, they're freaked out and they're ready, willing, and able to spend money in order to step up their game as parents. And so when you're brand new to parenting, there's just so much you don't know, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And in that way, you're in pain, right? You're scrambling. You have no idea if you're doing it right? And so new parents is a important topic. Yeah, if I were you, I'd revisit those topics and courses and materials that you went through when you first became a parent.
Yeah.
And look at that stuff and see how could you use that to I mean, if you have any of the stuff lying around the house, like bust it out and do a review of some of the things, right? But doing podcast reviews, book reviews, product reviews around parenting related stuff, I think could be really, really, really helpful. And I mean, you mentioned potty training. Potty training is a huge topic, and it's definitely something where it's appropriate for info courses, and there are certainly devices like physical products that people sell in order to help encourage things like potty training. So, and of course, with younger kids, there's endless things that you need to buy for your kids, from clothes to diapers to all the
bottles, all
like
sorts of stuff,
healthy vitamins, like all the different things. And so I would tap into the young child market more rather than just because parenting is the whole spectrum, right? It's the whole wide open. So I would encourage you to really look at what people are asking about and what they're buying right now, and find ways of doing reviews and helping to educate people around it. Have you found, there are a couple competitors to school. Kurt Molly is a big circle fan. I haven't
Yep.
been involved in a
I have.
circle group. You have?
Yeah, I currently am. Yeah.
Yeah, there's Circle, there's Mighty Networks, right?
Yep.
And you might want to check out some of those communities.
Go High Level has their own community thing as well. That's
Yeah,
just
see if,
like
see if there's
school.
more stuff related to parenting in
Okay.
any of those, any clusters of people who are gathering. But I'm sure there are some huge Facebook groups about parenting, man. I think you need to get your finger on the pulse of the parenting market more.
Yeah.
Really find out, like really spend some time in there interacting in these groups, figuring out where, like, what are the posts that consistently take off and get 250 comments or whatever, like what are the topics that people are really paying attention to? I think that'll make a big difference for you.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. Just writing it down. So.
So one of the things we were talking about here today with 75 Hard is this idea of do it now, right?
Yep.
And so for you, Curtis, when is it appropriate to take immediate action and do the thing that you see that you need to do right now versus when is it appropriate to slough it off and do it later? What are your thoughts around this?
For me, sometimes like this here, I'll probably get off this and probably look up all the stuff that you mentioned. And if I don't do it, I will look at it later and it's like, what was that? And I try to remember, but it's gone.
That's
the
right.
thought of it. So I just find if I do it right away, even though I may not get all the way through looking at the websites, or maybe I won't finish all the Facebook groups look at, but at least I'll look at a couple and that will say, oh, hey, and I'll put a note down about why or what happened or some of the thoughts I had now. And then it will help me later as well. Even though I only spend like 5-10 minutes on it, I'll look again in like a Monday morning, let's say,
Yeah.
and I'll say, oh, that's right. And then I'll go through it and then it'll trigger other thoughts saying, okay, I remember this. And I now I can do this, this, and this. But usually if I just like, oh yeah, I'll do it later. I just find that the thought process that you currently have now will change.
Yeah.
And then it just like it's like lost. It's like where'd it go? Like, sometimes you think of something, it's like, oh, what was that person's name? And then automatically like, oh, I don't remember right now, but then all of a sudden like a day later, it's like, oh, that was John. Oh yeah, I remember now.
Right.
Blah blah blah. But I find if I just do it like as soon as I'm done, I always do a better job. And the reference of what we talk about now, I'll still have it fresh in my memory, and I'll have it there for several days, weeks, months afterwards as well. Rather than just like, oh, okay, I'll do it. I got something else to do. I'll just go do that. But if I even spend like 10 minutes after this, I'll get it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then it could be anything, like anything in your life. You say, oh, I probably should have a drink of water. Just get up, get a drink of water. Say, I'll do it later. It's like, later just come around. It's like, hey, It's 2 hours. Like, oh, I was supposed to have a drink of water. I forgot.
That's right.
Or you got like busy doing some random whatever stuff, right?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of, if I have the awareness that I need to do something, I have to. I only have two options. I either have to do it now, or I will forget, or I have to schedule it in. It's one or the other. It's either do it now, schedule it in, or never do it again, or drop it. Because I like to. It's a struggle, but when I realize I need to do something, some sort of a chore, some sort of a task that I don't really want to do, which there are plenty of.
Oh yeah.
I find if I have resistance around it, I try to train myself to do the thing immediately. The more resistance I have, the more I try to do it right then.
Oh,
right?
Because you're blocking yourself somehow, right?
Or something. It's just it's a waste of time not to do it. If you're aware of it right now, it needs to get done. Just bang it out. Just get it done.
Yeah.
That's the name of the game. Cool. Excellent. Well, Curtis, I'm stoked that you're starting 75 Hard up again.
So yeah, next Sunday I think is the day I start. So
it's badass. Yeah. Cool. You really think ahead. Okay. What I recommend that you do is I'd like you to think ahead a year. All right. And a year from now, how much do you want your monthly income to be?
Yep.
No, I'm asking you.
Oh, okay. 10 grand at least.
Okay.
I want to be 10 grand.
Great.
Or 10K.
And so what I want you to do is when you're thinking about your critical task list, I mean, we're doing this for the critical task list, but when you think about it, I'd like you to think about what are you going to need to do every day or every week in order to make $10,000 a month? Like make that list. Okay. And then choose the most important items there. And that becomes your critical task list. Start doing the things
Okay.
that you have to do a year from today in order to make 10 grand a month. Do those now. That's the thing. That's the thing. So it's not like this slow progression. Just do the things today that you'll need to do in a year, and then you'll get there a lot faster.
Yep.
Right. Basically think, act, and behave like a person who was already making 10 grand a month in order to make 10 grand a month.
Right.
That's the key. Otherwise, your time will just get soaked up doing all sorts of stuff that kind of makes sense, that's kind of important, that that takes work and thought, but it won't necessarily build in the same way.
Right.
So if you've been using ChatGPT for your meal plans,
Yeah.
I encourage you to use ChatGPT in your business building plans too.
Sure thing. I will.
Yeah, I think use it in with the same kind of process. I think that'll be helpful for you.
Okay. Yeah, definitely.
Cool.
It knows me already, has memory of what I do and all the rest of it, right? So
yeah,
it's perfect.
So you've been reaching out to people to interview them for your podcast.
Yep.
Great. So, for example, how many people do you want to interview per week?
Right now, I'm happy with one because that's all the time I have. Because
So
most other parents are the same boat as I am, where they only have evenings and it's kind of tight.
Right.
They'll probably miss it. So, but Sundays I find people are more available.
Yeah,
that's what I've noticed. So
how many people do you need to reach out to, and talk to in order to get one person to actually follow through and do an interview?
5 to 8, it seems like so far from the last 2 weeks I've done it. It seems 5 to 8 people. And of those 5 to 8, maybe 1 or 2 will actually respond. And of those 1 or 2 will say, yeah, sure. And some will just automatically
go for 10. Yeah. So in that way, reaching out to podcast guests for 15 minutes a day would be a critical task.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. And make sure you reach out to at least 10 people every week. Right. But if you do that for 15 minutes a day, that's an example of a really good critical task that'll help you 100%.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah. So right. Time, do something and get a result after it.
Yeah. Now, here's the other thing that I would really encourage you to start doing, Curtis, is that are you clear on what you're going to talk about when you're a guest on other people's podcasts?
Kind of. Not 100%. That's where I probably got to work a little bit more on my elevator / what I need to do. Probably clarify more of what I'm about and what I do to help other parents with the side hustle thing currently. Which I haven't really refined that much. I usually just find a topic that I'm interested in. Like this morning, I talked about physical activity and being a parent and how to fit workouts in, or doing tasks that are similar to workouts and stuff. So that's usually where I am at generally. I don't really have a specific like an elevator pitch I've worked on.
Right.
That could be a critical task. I probably should say, hey, I need to figure out how to do a 1-minute elevator pitch, a 10-minute speech about parenting and hardworking parents and stuff.
Dude, you need to learn how to do an hour and a half long webinar on parenting and then sell something for $1,000 at the end. Is what you need to do. Okay. Like you need to get like a 10-minute. Yeah. You need to get really clear on how you're actually going to help parents. So like, if you want to make 10 grand a month, whether you're selling your own thing or somebody else's thing, like really, how are you going to do that?
I think, like you said, the webinar is usually the best way that I've ever seen.
Well, yes, but what I mean is, how are you going to help the parents? What is the focus? I'm asking to try to help you get clarity right now.
I would say my first choice is always mindset. Help their mindset to change from where they're at to more of a open-minded, get things done type of mindset rather than I'll do it later. It's usually what I like to think about. Mindset is powerful.
Think about it from the parent's perspective.
Okay.
So mindset is an important component. I agree with you wholeheartedly. And maybe that's the main component of how you're going to help them.
Yep.
But where are they at? How are you going to help them with what they want help with?
Right.
Right. So, for example, are you going to help parents come up with, I mean, your entire thing could just be focused on cooking for parents, Curtis.
Right.
All of it. I help parents to make amazing meals for themselves and their family, regardless of the age of their kids, and regardless, single parents, um, uh, partnered parents, whatever. Everybody needs food, and everybody's short on time. How do you make amazing, healthy meals on a consistent basis that really make everybody happy?
Yeah.
Right. So, like, cooking for parents saves time. It nourishes. It's something that everybody needs. Right. And getting consistent, like making 3 meals a day plus, a couple snacks a day and blah, 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 while you're already like short on resources, short on time, working full time, carting kids around to daycare, carting kids around to school, dealing with like your spouse that disagrees with how you do things, etc. Like, it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
And so I'm not saying you should be focused on cooking for parents,
Just
but
an
that's a very
example,
real issue that parents face, that if you could, like, the parenting cookbook, or something, 101 meals that take 10 minutes or less to prepare for parents, or, some shit like that. Or fitness for parents, like how to get rid of the dad bod or whatever, and maybe what you do is you actually offer fitness coaching for parents.
Yep.
And that's what you sell. Or maybe it's cooking classes for parents, and you sell online cooking classes and cookbooks for parents.
Right.
Or time management, how to make the most out of what you got. How to find pockets of time, how to stress reduction for parents.
Yep.
Like, parents are stressed for all the reasons that we're talking about here. So really think about the problems that they're facing and looking for help with, rather than the specific solution that you want to give. Again, mindset is helpful in all of these things, but they're not necessarily looking for mindset.
Right. But they look at other solutions, right?
Right. So yeah, I if I were you, I'd really let's see. Lori is saying some good stuff over here. She says Google search best parenting sites. There's so much content for you to see and get guidance with. So I guess go Google best parenting sites, Curtis. There's plenty out there for you. Lori said apparently Lori's son is 40. Lori says blog services offered, affiliate marketing, videos, display ads. What is this all about? I'm not quite sure which we're but okay, cool. So the real thing, Curtis, is I don't feel you tapped into the pain and the difficulty and the struggle that parents are facing, and how you're going to help to alleviate that for them, how you're going to help them with that. And if you can get clear on that, everything's going to get a lot easier.
Okay. Yeah,
that's what I would recommend. Cool. Again, the other thing is like book reviews, really good parenting book reviews. If you listen to audiobooks or read parenting books, and then doing recaps on said books to tell people what you learned and big takeaways and this kind of stuff is great for content. But it seems like there's a lot of parenting stuff out there. I'm just not sure what your focus is going to end up being.
I'll get more clear on that. Right.
Cool. Rock and roll. All right, dude. Well, sounds like it's time to get shit done.
It is time to get shit done. A little review of this today, and Get her done.
Rock and roll. Well,
Awesome.
Once you have a little bit of a clearer idea, I really would recommend that if you want to focus on the parenting,
Yep.
get a better domain that's focused on parents in general,
Yep.
and like the main focus that you want to help them with.
Sure.
But when you did mention mindset, like, I mean, stress reduction, meditation techniques, you know, that to reduce stress for parents, there's just so many options. Like between supplements, exercise,
Yep.
food, meditation, you know, endless.
For sure. Perfect.
Cool, man.
Awesome.
Rock and roll. Well, thank you for an awesome episode of Get Shit
Thanks,
Done,
Tellman.
Curtis, as always. And I look forward to hearing about what you come up with. Definitely, definitely let me know as you go through the process.
I will. For sure.
Cool.
Till next
All right,
week.
we'll talk to you soon. That's
Yep.
right.
All right.
Awesome. Thanks, Curtis.
Thanks. Get some
All
shit done now.
Bye, everybody. It's time to
Yeah.
get shit done. All right. Over and
Bye-bye.
out. Bye-bye.